1, 2, 3. Hello, and welcome to Tyler Makes, the video series about all the things that I make. Since the last video, I've made a lot of progress, so let's jump right into it. First off, my friend Joaquin and I wrote a script for a TV show. We just did it for fun, kind of on a lark. So we wrote this script together, we finished our first draft, and that is excellent, but there's a lot more work to go before we feel that we've finished it. I don't yet know how much of it he wants me to share with you, so I'm going to hold off on talking specifics until we figure out what we're going to do with it. Second, I made a card game. Now, it's an interesting card game. It's not one that you play on a tabletop that you might be thinking of. Instead, it's a game where it plays itself. This game is much more about building the deck than it is about making decisions as the game plays. I'll show a video of it here. It might not make a lot of sense because there's no art yet, and some of the actions and things that are happening aren't immediately obvious. But what's going on is that there's two players and their hands are automatically dealt, and then based on a counter on the cards, they eventually go out into the play area. Once they go out into the play area, they then attack each other. And if there's no one there to attack, they attack the player. And eventually, one of the players runs out of health and the game is over. So the whole point of the game is that you kind of set up these decks that then play out against different enemies, and your goal is to build a deck that can beat whatever enemy you're coming up against. I've got the kind of core gameplay done. Now it's tweaking all the values to make it really fun and designing all the cards. Like, that's a big part of the card game, is having cool art and cool little stories behind the different cards. In this case, because it's a game that automatically plays itself, it's very much like many other types of games where you will have somewhat of an overworld map and you'll go out and find enemies to fight against, and you'll play your deck against theirs. I made great progress on that, and I look forward to showing some more of that in the future. I've continued to make progress on the arena fighting game. I've made it so that the players can now attack and the enemies can attack back, as well as the enemies stagger whenever they get hit. And now it's kind of starting to come together. You can actually play the game. You can run around and fight some enemies and they can fight you back. Right now they don't hurt you, so it's not quite a game yet, but it's getting very close. And it actually has some fun to it. Just running around and interacting with these NPCs is actually fun in and of itself. So it gives me high hopes for the game. I also, this last weekend, participated in the Global Game Jam. If you don't know what the Global Game Jam is, it's a global event where teams of designers, sound designers, artists, game developers, programmers, and just really anyone who has an interest in making a game get together at these designated locations. They get a theme for the weekend. Everyone has to pair up into groups and build a game that follows that theme over the course of the weekend. The idea is that you don't come in with a game already built. You come in and from scratch, you write a game, play test it, add all the art, all the music, etc. In 48 hours or so, you upload it to the site and people can play it. And it was really fun. I had a great team. We had a great time. I will put a link to the game in the show notes if you're here on YouTube. Otherwise, you could probably find a link to it on my website, tylermakes.com. To tell you a little bit about the game that we made, the theme for the event this year was ritual, and you could take that wherever you wanted. There were a lot of interesting things that people did with that. Our team went with classic definition of it, rituals that a group of people would do. So we have tribes that are carrying out rituals, which currently is just hand movements that they do, and you walk around from tribe to tribe, you learn their ritual, and then you can take that to another tribe and teach that tribe. When you teach the other tribe, something happens. So, for instance, at the start of the game, you learn the rain dance, and when you teach it to another tribe, it starts raining. And when it starts raining, a river fills up, and you follow the river on to the next tribe. So that's our game. I was very proud of what we got done in 48 hours. It's really great to do events like this because you realize how much you can get done in that period of time, and simultaneously realize how little you can get done in that period of time. It was a very cool experience. It was great to see all the different ideas that people came up with, and to just get out there and meet other game developers and designers and see the kind of cool things that people are interested in and what they're doing. And lastly, I signed up for an acting class. It's something that I've always wanted to do. Hopefully that'll mean that these videos get better and better as I learn how better to project my voice and carry myself. Just get better with being on camera. I'm excited to try that out. I'm excited to share that. It's been a very productive month or so, and I hope that every subsequent month continues to be as productive or more. As always, like, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. There's all this stuff down there that you can check and add and share so that other people can find out about this. You can follow me on Twitter at TylerMakes, or you can check out my website at tylermakes.com and see all the stuff I'm up to. And also start a dialogue, commenting back, telling me what things you're working on and what I should check out. That's it for this video. Have a great day, and I'll see you later.